What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie Nicole, and as you can tell, today we are gonna go over what I packed in my hospital bag for labor and delivery. So if this is your very first time clicking on my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Each and every one of you who hit that subscribe button really truly helps us out and to get us to where we wanna go. So we really appreciate all of you guys. And also make sure you hit that bell notification. That lets you be alerted every time we make an upload so that you don't miss out on any of our uploads. So before we get into it, I'm just going to let you know now, I am a super overpacker. So I'm telling you, like, I packed this bag about like 4 or 5 times. I packed it, I unpacked it, I changed bags, I put it into a little carry-on, like travel suitcase. I did this like Tetris so many times. And then I thought, you know what? I don't want to overpack because that means I'm gonna have to unpack all of that with a newborn. So that was really my dilemma, going back and forth. So hopefully this video helps you today if you're getting ready to have a baby, and it'll just be everything that you need to know, what to expect and what to pack. And then you can kind of gauge it to see if you need to pack more things to make you more comfortable while you're there, or if you're gonna be like me who'd rather just have like the bare minimum. So a good thing to start out is when you're meeting with your midwife or your provider, go ahead and ask them if you can have a hospital tour and just check out how your hospital works. Sometimes you'll stay there for like a couple days, depending on the hospital and the circumstances and the way you had your baby, whether it was C-section or vaginal delivery. Also, make sure you ask them everything that's included as far as postpartum care and what kinds of things you should bring. Some hospitals even have a nice outline or a packet that they'll give you, so you can kind of have a checklist as you go. As I packed my bag and as I was in the hospital and found out what I really needed out of my bag and what I wish I had, I would say my biggest takeaway for you would just to be, make sure you bring whatever it is that's going to make you feel the most comfortable and the most fresh. Because after you have a baby, you feel like you're a new person. So anything you can do to kind of make yourself feel freshened up, or any kind of comfy outfits or blankets or anything that you need just to make yourself feel comfortable, because your body is going through a whole new experience. All right, so let's go ahead and get on into it. I have my huge bag sitting right here on my lap. The first thing I'm gonna go over is your toiletries. So no matter what, if you're there for 1 night or 5 nights, like, you need your toiletries. So I have all of mine packed in this nice cute little clear bag I got from Victoria's Secret. And what I find is the easiest is every time I go travel or do an overnight somewhere, I just always keep this toiletry bag packed. So that way I always know what's in there. I never need to worry about, is this in there? Do I need to go grab that? Is this running low? So I just make sure I have this packed at all times. So in your toiletry bag, what you might need, gosh, there we go, is, I don't know if I want to unpack it all for you, but you're going to need your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your floss. Yes, make sure you floss. I flossed when I was in the hospital postpartum, okay? I also am a dental assistant, so maybe I'm a little bit harder on myself. But anyway, you need your oral hygiene, you need your skincare. So if you take a shower, you're gonna want some body wash. You're gonna need something after the shower, so I make sure I packed lotion or body oil. And then you think about hair care. So are you gonna wash your hair, shampoo, conditioner, hair products? I always bring a scrunchie, like, anywhere I go. So see, I like these satin scrunchies because they're not hard on your hair, and it helps to like not cause breakage. So I mean, as you could tell, I always have one in, and but I packed an extra one just in case. Did not need it because my hair was already in a scrunchie, but just to be safe. So also with your hair care, make sure you bring a comb or a brush, whatever fits your style. And then you also need to think about face care. So I packed in here some face wash and some moisturizer. Also, I brought this like little quick makeup bag. It's like a quick everyday makeup is in here. I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not, and I ended up not. Like honestly, since I have had a baby, I pretty much have not worn makeup like almost every day of my life since, but I have this in here just in case. Also, I knew if I was going to end up using my makeup, I wanted to make sure I had some makeup wipes. So these are like super cute little single time use, just little Neutrogena face makeup wipes. And they're really nice for like travel, and just throw a couple in here. And then Q-tips. I don't know about you, but like I always need to use Q-tips in the morning. So these are really cute ones. I found these at Target in the little, not the dollar section, but like that travel product section. That's actually where I get like all of my toiletry needs for on the go. So moving on, I now have my husband's toiletries. So I asked him so many times, do you want me to pack for you? What are you bringing? And he was just like, you know, I'll figure it out. Like he was not worried, but the person in me was like, I need to feel better about this situation. So I'm just gonna put a little something in the bag for you. So ladies, if you're doing this for your man, think about things like my husband wears contacts. So I put some extra contacts in here, some contact solution if he needs it. Eye drops if his eyes are sensitive. The hospitals are usually really dry. So things like that, along with, you know, his toothbrush and deodorant. My deodorant is in there as well. So just regular toiletries. Think about your man, because he'll probably just try to go bumming in the hospital. So the next thing I brought is a super long charger. Like I'm telling you, this was, I don't know how many feet, but it's a lot of feet. And I heard, like I watched so many videos and they all said, bring a really long charger because you're gonna be taking so many pictures and you're gonna wanna be on your phone, this and that. My husband and I both were not even like on our phones at all. We didn't even charge our phones, but the day that we left, both of our phones were at like 4%. And I mean, in another situation, this could have been like really good to have. You know, I don't know if it's like the type of delivery I had or how I was laboring around, but like, I didn't even care where my phone was, so I don't know. But I guess I went in with like a pretty good charge because I took a lot of pictures after she was born and it didn't die. So anyway, something to think about, bringing a charger, just one for you and your husband to share even. So that's what I brought and did not use. So the next thing that I brought was some fuzzy socks. I am a fuzzy sock queen, so if you know me, I always have some fuzzy socks on. I'm actually gonna put these on right now. Just check with your hospital though, because you don't necessarily always wanna bring like your own socks or your own slippers to be walking around in. But at the same time, you don't wanna be walking around barefoot or like having to put your shoes on every time that you have to go to the bathroom or, you know, going from delivery room to postpartum. So check with your hospital and ask them if they have some of those socks with the little grips on the bottom that you'll be able to use while you're in there. So the next thing that we brought that I absolutely love and I'm so happy that we brought was a speaker. So this was amazing because before, like probably my like second and third trimester, I started to create a labor and delivery playlist on my phone, and just all the songs that I thought, like if I'm laboring and if I want music during that, what kind of songs am I gonna want that are gonna help calm me and soothe me, as well as after, and just kind of relaxing music to have while we're in the hospital. So I created a huge playlist, and it was amazing because when I was laboring, I wasn't really, like I said, I didn't even care where my phone was. I wasn't focused on anything. So the silence was really good, but right after she was born and they placed her on my chest, my husband had he cued the playlist, he was on it, and it was so amazing because it was like a movie, and yeah, it was just like, oh, it was so pretty. So anyway, bring a speaker if you want that experience. Also, make sure you bring this if you don't bring anything else. And you can probably guess what it is if you've seen all of the other videos on YouTube about this, but you will need to bring chapstick. I have no clue what it is, but your lips truly do get dry while you're laboring. I feel like all I could say while I was laboring in the hospital was chapstick and water. So yeah, something to think about. So now we're getting more towards like postpartum after you've had the baby. This right here.
This big old thing?
Yeah, that's an adult diaper, and you might think it's a little bit silly, but you wanna bring that, trust me. So I had no clue what it was, but like literally everybody tells you that the mesh underwear they give you in the hospital is the comfiest thing in the world. You know, so they give you mesh underwear and a pad that's like super, super, super long. I have no clue. That thing was not the biz. Like, I'm just not a pad person in general. I don't like to sit there and think like I have a pad and you know, it's getting absorbed, and then like I might cross my legs and then maybe that pad gets kind of smushed to one side and then I uncross my legs and it's like, where's the pad at? So yeah, ladies, I would just, if you're anything like me, you're gonna want everything to be like one piece down there. So go ahead and get you a big old pack of these adult diapers. This brand that I got was from Always, and they're actually really nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but anyway, there's a whole lot of postpartum care that I can get into, but I definitely want to save that for a different video because that's a beast of its own. Okay, so the next thing is kind of funny because I've been looking for this bra and now I know that it's been in this bag this whole time. I packed this bag to do this video about a week and a half ago and there it is. So anyway, you're going to want a nursing bra. Like my whole third trimester, I was already wearing nursing bras like every single day of my life. So I didn't really have to worry about bringing one with me because I already knew that when I go to the hospital, I definitely 100% will be wearing a nursing bra. And I didn't want to overpack by bringing a whole bunch of extra stuff. So anyway, if you don't know what a nursing bra is, it's basically like a sports bra. And then there's a portion up here, I'll just show you actually. See, it's like this, and it just unsnaps. You go snap, and then you can pull it down, and then your breast is exposed, and it makes it really easy to breastfeed that way. So you don't have to put your bra on, take your bra off, mess with your whole shirt. So anyway, if you're not already wearing it, make sure you bring one. If you're there for a couple days, I'd only bring one, just so you don't have a whole heavy load to bring with you. So this next item, I was really contemplating if I should bring this or not, because they do have something like this in the hospital for you. It's a nursing gown. So the one I brought, I've actually it's just like in my pajamas. I love wearing these. So you have, of course, your nursing top here, so you could bring it down and nurse your baby. And then it's just like this cute little dress. It's literally like, it looks like so mom, doesn't it? Look like a mom. But yeah, so these are some just little pajamas I had. I was unsure if I would want to bring my own because just like feeling like you're in the hospital robe. I didn't know if I was gonna wanna change but still be comfy. Looking back now, I think I would have just left this home and just used what they had because fresh out of delivering your baby, you're kind of getting used to your postpartum situation, and I just was like really afraid I was going to, that this was gonna get blood on it. So it didn't, but I think I could have definitely gone without this next time in the future. So then you also for sure need your going home outfit. So this is another part where I kind of juggled with what I would bring because I was unsure if I was going to want to have something loose and comfortable or if I was going to want something like tight, like leggings to kind of like pull myself together and like feel a little bit like myself again. I ended up going for the loose fit and I'm happy with it. It was very comfortable. And this set I have right here is actually just from Fred Meyer. It's just a cute little lounge set. I went with this one because it was long sleeve and I had my baby in February in Alaska. And so, hello, that is like super cold months, or a super cold month. So anyway, it's a long sleeve, but it's also very loose fitting. So I knew I could just like lift it up really easy if I needed to nurse in it. Also, It's a little bit loose fitting, so even over the stomach area, right after you have a baby, like your stomach does not just bounce back like that. So definitely it was like a little forgiving to have something kind of cover you up. So I would probably say the last thing, but like very important thing that you do need while you're in the hospital is a blanket and possibly a pillow. I definitely brought like a huge blanket, and I just hear like the hospitals are super cold, but it's more so like for your husband because your partner is like not gonna get the royal treatment and they're gonna have like a little hard leather recliner seat as their bed. Yeah, I was like really comfortable when I slept, but I don't think Kenny was. So I brought like a huge blanket, and it was like really thin, but it was nice to kind of have something from home and something more than just like the bed sheet that they give you. So we were really happy that we brought that. And I also did not think I wanted to bring a pillow because I did not want to overpack. But when we were going into labor and we left our house, Kenny was like, nope, I bought pillows for you. Like, I know you mentioned you might want a pillow, so I bought them, we're gonna bring it. And I am so happy that we did because it just felt like I was on like a big cloud. And it's true, the hospital pillows are very like flat and not comfortable. Obviously you're gonna be fine. It's not like an absolute necessity that you bring a pillow, but I was very happy that we brought ours. So another couple things that is important for you to have actually is you definitely need your car seat installed before you go to the hospital. So make sure as you're approaching your third trimester, you just find a car seat and get it installed. That way when you show up to the hospital, it's one thing that you don't have to think about. And then the other thing that you're going to need to bring is an outfit for your baby. So the hospital does provide diapers and wipes. Make sure you talk to your hospital in specific because I know every hospital is a little bit different with how things run. But my hospital provided diapers and wipes and like immediate baby care needs. But you'll need an outfit to bring your baby home in. So think about the weather and what time of year that you're having your baby in. Like I said, we had our baby in February in Alaska. So that's one of the coldest months that we have of the year. So I wanted to make sure that we had like a blanket and what we're gonna need, mittens or socks or a onesie. You know, I was unsure exactly like what we needed. So what we ended up doing was just bringing Kalia's diaper bag because I knew I already had that packed and it would just be easier since I wasn't sure exactly all the things that we would need, just for me to bring one extra backpack and know that it has everything in there in case we need it. So that's what we did, and I'm really happy that we did. In other circumstances, like I say, if you talk to your hospital and you find out that they're gonna provide all the things that you need, maybe you just need to throw a onesie in your backpack and you'll be good. But in our case, it really worked out just bringing the backpack. So also your hospital should provide you with all the postpartum care that you're going to need as a new mommy. So I'm gonna go over that in another video because there's a lot of details and a lot of different items in there. But just talk to your provider because pretty much everything that you're gonna need immediately postpartum, they will provide because you can't really anticipate what you're going to need. And that's their job, so they'll take care of you. So overall, if I was able to give you a good piece of advice, is pack your hospital bag in advance. So I mean, like as you're approaching your third trimester, go ahead and pack your hospital bag, write out a list of everything that you think you need, everything that'll make you comfortable, and go ahead and pack it because you might end up unpacking it and repacking it several times, and it'd just be a good idea just to have it done from the start so that way by the time you're in the hospital, you'll know exactly what's in that thing whenever you need it. Also, I think it's a good idea just to kind of create a reminder list. What I did at the house is I created a little sticky note and I taped it to our door that goes into the garage to get into our cars. And I wanted to make sure it was something that we had right on the door, so if we were going to labor at 2 a.m. or 5 p.m., it was something that we couldn't miss. We were gonna see it and be reminded of different things that we need to double check that we have. So things on that list was certain things I was unsure if we wanted to bring or not, such as I wrote down snacks because I always hear bring your own snacks. And we didn't really want to bring it, but it might have been a last minute decision, so I just wrote snacks on the sticky note. we ended up not bringing any, but with COVID-19 happening, maybe that is something you want to consider, is to bring some food along with you, just in case you're not able to like immediately get what you need. Second thing I had on there is a water bottle. I knew for Meek I didn't need to bring a water bottle because the hospital's gonna have water when I needed it there. But I know my husband, he really likes his water super ice cold, and so we have like these Yeti or like thermos style water bottles. I don't know what they're called, like canteens. And so I wrote water bottle on that sticky note because I thought, knowing him, how much water he drinks and how he likes it super cold, he might prefer just to have his own. So I wrote that on there, just a last minute decision we could make. And also, if you're not going to go out and get a charger, or you might only have like one or two that you keep in the house, go ahead and write phone charger as well on that sticky note on the door, just so you remember to grab the one from your house to bring with you. I think that'd be a really good idea. So that's it. Mostly everything I brought, I did go ahead and use. I was very, very happy I had chapstick, and that I had a hair scrunchie, and that I had comfortable clothing for afterwards, and a pillow and a blanket. I think those are like my top go-to. Definitely bring those items. Everything else is more so comfort based. And if if you're really hot, or if you're a really cold person, do you need to take a shower every day? Well, obviously, but is that something that's really important to you, is to take a shower right after? So just think about you and what makes you comfortable and what you think you may need. And just go ahead and bring it if you think it's gonna make your stay that much more comfortable and that much more easy, because you are going to be doing all of this with a brand new baby that you've never had before, and so life is gonna be immediately different. So you don't wanna think about those little last minute things that you wish you could have had. So that's it for today's video. I really hope that it was beneficial and very helpful for all of you mamas out there who is getting ready to have a baby and you're in the process of packing your hospital bag. Go ahead and hit that like button if it helped you out or inspired you, or you can send it to somebody who you know is having a baby soon. And go ahead and stay tuned, because I am going to be putting out a postpartum video for all the TMI juicy gossip of everything that you need to know postpartum. So anyway, I hope that you guys have a really great week. Make sure you stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.